pretty interesting today, which is going to be the diseases, understanding the root cause of the diseases. Sorry for the camera, I have just an issue with it. Yeah, so I think that now you can see me. So yeah, hi Heidi, hey, how are you? So we are going to work now on the diseases to find what are the root causes of them. And I do have 3 books that do help me with this. So I am going to pick the first one, and I'm going to see if it's written directly in English, because 2 of these books are already in French, so I need to do the translation, and one is in English. So I am going to go first for the one in English, and we'll see if there are. So I'm going to show them to you, and we'll see. I was wanting just to check, so please write to me you know, what are the diseases that you would like me to find, you know, the causes to you, and then it will be my pleasure to do so. In the meantime, I am looking if I can find you the book in English. Okay, so please can you write to me you know, what are the diseases that you would like me to, you know, to help you with finding the root causes of them. But I don't find it in English, so I'm going to go for it in French. So here I am. So we're gonna go with the, you know, first. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to take it down. Yeah, the music. I'm going even to stop it. It's useless. So yes. So let's go for the cancer. Cancer, as I said before in the previous lives, I'm going to find you, you know, the book of this lady, which is pretty interesting. I really loved it. Byron, The Journey. There is a lady which was having cancer, and she was really into the mind body, you know, healing and all that kind of stuff, and she decided to test, you know, to go towards healing herself by doing imaginary journey. So she kind of did a meditation in order to go to the root causes of, you know, her issue, and she did some massages plus other stuff. So explains it in her book, and she wrote this book, which is pretty interesting, and I really would love to you know, share with you the book. Okay, let me just, I'm gonna find it now. The Journey. Yeah, Brandon Bays. She's called Brandon Bays. I'm gonna write it to you. Brandon Bays. The Journey. So she gets, you know, to do this process of meditation towards going to find the root causes of your issue. So it's pretty interesting. I really would invite you to look into it, because it's very interesting. with the diseases. So let's go for Cancer. Just the time that I would look into. Yeah, so colon cancer. So I am going to look into the a little bit of emotions. There is a ton of it. The book is Metaphysical Anatomy by Yvette Rose. She is pretty, she has really worked really hard. So it's a huge book. Now you can see how huge it is. And the advantage of this book is that it takes all the, it goes towards, the emotions of today, plus what could have happened when you were in the womb of your mom, plus what could have what has happened, in the transgenerational trauma that led to this. Okay, so yeah. So I'm gonna read just Yvette Rose. I'm going to read it. Yvette Rose, the Metaphysical Anatomy. Okay. So for the colon cancer, okay, I'm gonna just not read it all, but just a little bit. So I don't know who can relate to it. So Chandra, yeah. So Chandra, if you can, just listen to this, maybe it can talk to you, okay? And it's recorded, so you can re-listen to it if you didn't pay attention to some words that are important, okay? So you may have been made to feel stupid and inadequate at the expense of someone else's low esteem and bullying tactics. Influential people that feed off vulnerabilities and low self-esteem often target you. You have been blamed in such a way that caused you to fear making mistakes and being devalued. You were often at the receiving end of hostile love and emotional abuse when you expressed any emotional needs. If something talks to you, let me know, okay? So I am going just to go towards a few key points that are interesting here. Trauma related to anger, grief, and disappointment. Has someone passed away in your life that had a big impact on you? Who and what circumstances made you feel stupid or inadequate? How did this make you feel? Why do you feel ashamed and guilty when you express boundaries? What happened when you exercised clear boundaries during childhood? There is no more joy in your life. Who challenged your ability to feel joy in your life? How did that make you feel? Okay, nice. So that's just the beginning, okay, so that you would get it. But it's a full 2 pages, okay? So as I have a lot of other people who asked, I am going to. Oh, nice, Chandra. I applaud you, my dear. Diane, do you hear me? Do you hear me, guys? Because Diane said that she doesn't. So breast cancer. So let's look for this. There was this person who asked for the blood pressure. I think I am in the page of blood pressure, so I could do it. I think that someone wrote something about blood pressure though. High blood pressure. Yeah, sorry. I go for the high blood pressure as I am in that page. Okay, guys. Sorry. You feel powerless in your circumstances and use suppressed rage, aggression, or anger to express boundaries. You fear being out of control and as a result end up feeling overly controlling of others and situations. You may still be grieving due to lack of love from your parents, always on the search for more love. So key points, there are many other things, but I can't go towards all the things. So yeah, so when the key points are, when did the symptoms of high pressure start? Did your mother have high blood pressure while she was pregnant? If yes, how did it affect your blood pressure and fetal development? Acknowledge the difference between your mother's blood pressure and your blood pressure. That's pretty interesting, this one. The fetal blood pressure may have been greatly influenced by the mother's intense emotions, such as anger, feeling betrayed, suppressed, controlled, trapped. Did your mother feel under a great deal of stress and pressure from others while pregnant? You often draw your power from suppressed anger and fear from the unknown. How does this pattern keep you safe? How does it make you feel when you have to do responsibilities all by yourself? Who failed you? How did that make you feel? Does it resound to you? So let's go now for the cancer of breast cancer. Let's see that. If it resonates, please let me know, guys. I found cancer, but I didn't find. Oh yeah, breast cancer there is. Sorry, just the time that I would find the breast cancer, and then I can move. Well, I don't know where's this breast cancer, but I'm going to move to another one. Meanwhile, I find it after. So let's go towards what else? What was asked for? Yeah, so thyroid cancer. Okay, let's check this one too. If there is this one, let's check. Thyroid. So thyroid problems, here we are. It doesn't go towards thyroid cancer. But let's go for the thyroid, okay? You have a deep fear of not being heard and being misunderstood, so you communicate your opinions with great urgency. You fear that you will not have enough time to say what needs to be said. You invest a great deal of energy making sure that you are understood. You have a deep unconscious fear of being attacked if your intentions are misinterpreted. You feel undermined and attacked by those who should have listened and protected you. Instead, you felt attacked and threatened in your own territory. This left you feeling that nowhere is safe. You also seem to have a fear of not receiving your fair share of love and acknowledgement. This can often cause you to become aggressive within the intention of making sure that you receive the acknowledgement and love you deserve. Aggression means respect, being heard, and safety. Okay, so key points. What happened in the past when you expressed yourself? What happened that made you use aggression in order to be heard and respected? Where is this pattern stemming from? Trauma related to scarcity, often related to ancestral trauma, lack of love, attention, food, and security. Trauma related to not acting quickly enough, resulting in disastrous consequences, often related to ancestral traumas. You use anger to express boundaries and say no. The anger is driven by a deep fear of not being heard and respected. The bigger the thyroid problem, the more challenged and threatened you felt during childhood. Your suppressed anger has become a shield of protection against your environment and the people that might potentially harm you. Does it sound a bell, my dear my bell? So, colitis. Let's see the colitis. So, let's go for the colitis. If I can find it. Oh yeah, there was yeah, colon cancer. We did it. Okay. Colitis, yeah. So it's the same quite as the colon problems, okay? You remember we did one before? Okay, so colitis. You have been digesting food and emotions with anger and frustration. Circumstances in your present life triggered unpleasant and upsetting memories from the past. You often unconsciously create circumstances from which you need to be rescued from self-sabotaging patterns. People from your past with whom you've made negative associations are still part of your life. This is causing a great deal of irritation and frustration. You may feel invaded by these people as a result of your personal boundaries. So, what do you need to learn and heal from in order to stop this cycle? And key points. You already feel overly sensitive and frustrated towards your environment. Emotions are heightened, and this is quite an unpleasant condition to have. Trauma related to anger and resentment towards a dominant figure. Explore what your relation was like with your parents. Trauma related to feeling alone, traumatized after pushing up with harsh, abusive circumstances just to avoid being alone. Explore fear of being alone. Explore. Oh my god, listen to that. Explore. Sperm being separated from other sperms. Baby being born and separated from mother. Explore trauma related to these incidents. Trauma related to feeling bullied, suppressed, controlled, demeaned by influential people, etc. etc. So, yeah, please let me know if something sounds resounds to you. Digestive and kidney. Let's go for that. So, digestive and yeah, digestive problems. Okay, let's go for that. And yeah, issues in this area can arise due to a fear of digesting or stomaching a current situation or past circumstances. It may also be refusal or stubbornness to accept what's happening in reality. You may feel that your ability to feel empowered has been suppressed. Therefore, you have reverted to stubbornness as a substitute for the loss of power in life. So please let me know if you have used this stubbornness stuff. You often feel emotionally inflexible when adjusting to new routines, plans, or changes. You are critical of yourself and are forgiven of your own mistakes. Key points. Unresolved emotional abuse, holding on to sadness, sorrow, or intense fear. And if yes, how does it serve you to hold on it? Long-term suppressed resentment and anger. Feeling challenged to let go of old hurt and move on. Feeling challenged by reality and digesting the experiences in life that you have had so far. Unsafe to be connected to others, to yourself or others. You may have experienced a trauma whenever you allowed yourself to be vulnerable. You are holding on to pain from the past, perhaps waiting to be acknowledged for what you have been through and have put up with. So it's huge, but at least this will be a beginning for you to investigate. What else? Kidney. I think that there was something regarding kidney. So guys, the people that had a response, does it sound the bell? Okay, Tina says yes. Nice. So let's continue, guys. Let's go for the kidney problems, okay? For you, Maribel, too? Okay, nice. Yeah, because this is just the beginning, okay? If you read other parts of the book, and there are many other books, you can try to, continue with all of this and get to understand the full issue. So, kidney problems, guys. So the kidneys store a great deal of anger and resentment. You often feel very upset due to old abandonment and rejection trauma. You seem to always expect the worst. You may have found yourself in a situation of partnership that is triggering old abandonment and rejection trauma. The fear surfaces in the form of resentment and anger. Anger and resentment is the most powerful defense and keeps threatening situations and people at bay. You use resentment to fight against challenges. You often feel as though you've wasted time chasing unsuccessful relationships and goals. You often had an emotionally intense relationship with a parent or influential person. When you expressed the need for love, you were often met with hostility, anger, blame, and resentment. You have had enough of toxic environments and people, etc., etc., etc. So this is regarding the kidney. I don't know if it sounds a bell too. Please let me know. And what else? So the bipolar disorder. Oh, breast cancer, I found it. I don't remember who asked it, but I give it to you, okay? Breast cancer. You feel that you are the foundation of the family and hold it together, so you consider it necessary to project a strong facade towards the public even if your private life is causing you great stress. You may find it challenging to grieve and show emotion due to a fear of rejection and abandonment. In the past, expressing emotions may have made you look weak, and as a result you felt judged. You either suppress your emotions or it comes out in explosive ways that set off more triggers such as anger, resentment, and rejections or family disputes. Your outbursts only serve to push people away, leaving you feeling more abandoned. You may feel that communicating always comes at a great price. Communicating always comes at a great price. You often feel conflicted by what you need to say and the ramifications of it. You may associate expressing yourself with punishment and rejection. So it goes on and on, but just to give you an insight, for the left breast. So this often relates to your relationship with yourself, your mother, family responsibilities. Are you in conflict with your mother or your role as a mother? You may be in conflict with your partner over child or family-related issues. For the right breast, this often relates to your relationship with your father, leadership, trying to be strong, or being brave during challenging times when everyone needs support, etc. So let's go for the bipolar disorder. Nice. So Chandra, really happy for you. And Maribel, does it ring a bell? So bipolar. Oh my god. I don't know why it doesn't appear here. Oh, bipolar, here it is. Bipolar, guys, okay? Let's go for it. So, emotions. You may have experienced long-term abuse and have reached the end of your rope. This always can include emotional, physical, and mental abuse. You feel a great deal of resentment as people walk over you due to poor personal boundaries. This has left you feeling extremely angry and enraged. Your anger is your way of overcompensating for the lack of control you've had throughout life. You defend yourselves by means of expressing anger and rage whenever you feel threatened. You often launch verbal attacks with the intention to ward off people. You tend to express boundaries the same way your parent did, which may be by means of violence or verbal abuse. You are using the same tools that were used on you during childhood. You revert back to what is familiar, even though it might be unhealthy for you and stressful to others. So let's go for the key points. Explore this ancestry line. Explore extreme, severe, abusive circumstances such as war, slavery, deprivation, famine, and general abuse. Explore how certain patterns may have repeated themselves in your life. Trauma related to betrayal and lack of trust is an important aspect to work on. It's worth repeating a few times if necessary. Explore worthiness issues. What do you feel unworthy of? Who made you feel this way? Explore resentment towards this person. Explore what your passion is in life. You feel angry and bitter, are often full of revenge and resentment as to how you endured up with the life you have. You often feel that it's everyone else's fault. The best way to be empowered is to take responsibility for your future, which starts today. So it's pretty huge after that, but I can't go more than that. Please let me know if it resounds with you. Oh, highly sensitive person. I don't know if this is here, but let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. I don't know if it's here, so I'm going to look for it if it's there. And there was still left 2 or 3, I think. So we're gonna finish them up before I finish. Okay, let's go for sensitive. One of the advantages of having, different books is that when you don't find it somewhere, you can find it another one. Oh, yeah, okay, so let's go to see. Okay, sorry, but I didn't find it. So let's go for the next. Yeah, the migraine. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, so after that is the shoulder pain. Shoulder problems, okay? And it differentiates between the left and the right one, okay? So shoulder problems, of course, related to being weighted down by responsibilities is stress related. So let's go for that. You feel weighted down by responsibilities and yet you are still willing to take on more. Your value is measured by how much you can do for others. You do not trust others to pull through for you or support you. Instead, you prefer to support others. As you are able to control the outcome of a task or responsibility, this makes you feel that you have to do everything by yourself in order to get it done right. Taking on responsibilities is not what gives you the fulfillment you crave, such as love, acceptance, or praise. However, it is the gate to being accepted. You feel that people want too much of you and you feel obligated to provide and support others. You are taking on so much responsibility that you end up feeling frustrated, exhausted, depleted. Your efforts are not paying off as you hoped and you are left feeling that you haven't done enough. Blah 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 and blah blah blah. So let's go for the left shoulder. This relates to financial responsibility and the feminine side, feeling responsible for co-workers and a partner, making a decision that makes you feel disempowered. The right shoulder. This relates to family responsibility, leadership, needing to please a father, the masculine side, and your relationship with others. So yeah, so that's regarding this one. Let's see, I think that, the last one is regarding the migraine. Okay. Rachel, what I am using, I wrote the name of the book if you want to look for it. So it's called Metaphysical Anatomy by Yvette Rose. She is from Australia, and yeah. So migraine. Here it is. So it's the last one, guys. So migraines, okay. So people who suffer from intense migraines often have poor personal boundaries. You don't know when to say yes and when to say no. You often end up saying yes when actually you want to say no. You end up in conflicting situations, circumstances that you cannot escape from. You always feel, should I say, should I go? You sabotage your ability to express clear boundaries. This makes yourself feel resentful towards yourself, your circumstances, and the people who are taking advantage of you. You often overwhelm yourself by having too much to do. You have many unspoken words. There seems to be a need to be heard and to be acknowledged. The migraine often benefits you because it allows you to say no and express your boundaries. The migraine can sometimes be used as an excuse to get out of situations where you would have given in instead of listening to your gut instinct. Even though the migraine is unpleasant, an important question to ask is, what would you have to do or deal with if the migraine stopped? Sometimes the answer could be, then I would not have enough time for myself. You would have to face a problem or conflict that you are avoiding. You would have to deal with circumstances that make you feel out of control. Another question to ask is, what am I trying to push out of my life? You are stuck in circumstances where you have suppressed the ability to stand strong within yourself. So, key points. What conflicts do you have in your current life? When did the migraine start? What was happening in your life shortly before the migraine started? Explore the birth trauma and see the birth section. Was there head trauma or extreme pressure, along with how your mother felt at the time of giving birth? How did you feel during birth? How does it benefit you to prioritize other people's needs before yours? The more you give of yourself, the more you are loved. This comes from a childhood where you were only rewarded with attention and affection when you would do things for a parent, teacher, caretaker, etc. So we did, I think that we did the majority, we did the whole of what everyone asked for today. So, did it? Yeah, on the button. So did it ring a bell, guys? How did you feel with that? Did it just shake you to the core? Like, oh my god. Oh my god. This disease has finally a positive intent for me. I just didn't get it, but now I understand that it's just a result, or it's just positive for me. So, how is it, guys, for you? So I was really, in the meantime that you answer me for the last things, I would like you, to thank you really for being here. If you want, I can do other lives, with this topic, with choosing, your own, other issues that you would like. I'm gonna try, to program another one with this topic. And how was it for you? Can you take some action from this? Because as I am a coach, for me, it's pretty interesting to take you to your action plan. Okay, I got these, these explanations, it's okay, but what am I gonna do with this? So I advise you to listen again, to this audio in order to, to listen to the key points and do the exercises that are there. because you know they really can be pretty interesting as a beginning point for self-healing. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it really helps. So really thank you guys. Really just reminding you again that you can just like, you know, this video, you can subscribe to my channel. There are some meditations on the way, and that you can listen to. And there are other lives, you know, that are there, so if you want you can, you know, just attend them and subscribe to them. And I really wish you an amazing day and night, and see you, you know, in the future life. And yeah, please guys, you know, donations are very welcome. Thank you Nancy. Thank you very. God bless you guys, really, and see you in the future life. Bye bye. God bless you.